Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name's Teresa and if you're new here, welcome. In this video, I'm going to try out the Neutrogena Mineral Shears Powder Foundation. I've done some other videos trying out Bare Minerals, of course, and then more recently the Loreal powder foundations, but I thought I would try a few of the more affordable options that are available at the drugstore. So the first step in doing this is going to be the Neutrogena one because that's the first one that I found. I have no idea if this is the right shade match. I had my daughter with me the other day and we did our best to match up. So I am going to use the shade Honey Beige, number 70. And I'm going to use the same type of brush that I would use to apply like the Loreal. I have Bare Minerals' own brush, so I use the Bare Minerals brush for that. But I'll use this flat blending brush to put this on. And I'm going to show you the finished look. This isn't going to be a full face of makeup video. I'm just going to do the primer and things like that, which I just dropped on the ground. So let me grab that. And I'm really just interested. I'm going to start with some primer. This is the Covergirl Outlast All Day Primer. If you have not used this, it is a great primer to use for mineral foundation. I forgot to mention, I am 54 years old and my skin is oily, mature skin. So, but I've had really good luck with the mineral powder foundations, especially in the past. But most recently, looks like dry shampoo on my forehead. Most recently though, I started getting away from foundation completely and using a lot more cream-based products, which I wasn't sure would work with my oily skin, but they do. It doesn't make it more oily. And I've just been letting my skin show, I'm not trying to, hide anything per se. So I don't cover every last thing up. I like to let my skin breathe a little bit, and I like a little bit more natural look. I'm going to do the under eyes using just the smallest amount of IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Illuminating concealer. And again, as the saying goes, I really do believe less is more the older we get with our skin. So I know the more natural look or letting skin show isn't for everybody, but I just find it works for me. And I work from home and I'm on like Zoom calls, on camera, so to speak, all day. And I like how this looks, and I like that it looks okay. I think a little more softer, natural look can go well from looking pulled together on camera and then looking okay when you're out in person and things like that. So my mirror's over here. I'm going to take a look, make sure I'm blended, which is good enough. My eyes are a little red, but I think that's just some irritation. And I'm going to do just a little bit of spot concealing before I go in with the brush with my favorite Covergirl. These are the stick concealers. I love them. I'm going to use just a combination of the medium shade and the Neutralizer shade. If you had to get just one, get the Neutralizer. It is so versatile for so many things. I don't really have the right blending brush for this. I'm going to try to make this work. Actually, just going to use my fingers today. If you're wondering what's on my nails, I think last year after Halloween, I got these like little sticker decals, Halloween sticker decals. They have like Hello Kitty Halloween stuff, so I decided to use them. I think that's blended. My mirror's a little bit further away than usual. Okay, and then the star of today's video is this powder foundation. Gonna open it up. Oh, maybe I should have done this before. It's sort of odd that like you open this and like there's the powder, fine. You lift this up, mirror, but all this space and no poof or anything. I would think that they would include that, but they didn't. At least maybe it's not in mine. I don't know, or put your own. But I do like that it's a compact pressed. The one complaint for me for Bare Minerals is it can be a little messy, like there's all that loose powder. So I do like this idea. So let's see how this looks. I swirled a little bit. I was just worried that this was going to be a little bit too warm, but my daughter assured me that it was matching, and it seems to be okay. I do have very much yellow undertones in my skin, Let me get in a little closer. The sun's coming out in a weird... That's one layer. I'm going to just build up a little bit more. So this is a couple of like layers of this mineral powder foundation. I mean, I think it is okay. I'm not even sure I have a strong reaction. The shade seems okay, although, sorry, the sun's coming out at a weird angle now, but I think as if I were to move into more of the winter months, this might be a little bit too warm for me, but there's, I believe, plenty of shade options here that would work. Warmer, cooler, more neutral. This is definitely warmer. But, you know, I guess my one opinion is, and this is why I don't really wear foundation that much anymore, is because even with like, now I've got 2 layers of this on my face and I still see, you know, my skin as my 50-year-old skin, you know, like discolorations, all of those things. And so if I were to cover all that up, I just feel like I would have so much product on my face, which I don't want. And already I can tell you, because I know how my work day goes, I go through and I have meetings and my face will get oily regardless. And so I end up going in and like blotting my face to get some of the oil off. And on the days that I'm not wearing foundation, when I blot, there's not really any other makeup that comes off on the, you know, the blotting paper, or I often use like a napkin, to be honest. But if I'm like today when I do it, it's gonna have that yellow orange makeup look all over it. So it's like, I know it's there. So kind of like, what's the point? I have this on my face and it didn't really do anything. Unless it makes things appear smoother, blended, maybe it does, but just what I'm seeing, I don't feel like it's done a whole lot in terms of coverage. But let me finish my makeup and I'll come back and just show you what it looks like, you know, all put together. All right, I am back with the finished look, and after viewing it in a few different lights, I do think this is the right shade. And so far, I think it all looks pretty good. I mean, I don't, the real question will become with the wear test. Oh, I have so many little sprouts in my hair. The real test will come, how does it wear throughout the day? So I'll do my best to remember to do a check-in just to show you how it looks throughout the day. But I do think this could potentially be a very good option for someone who wants to do a mineral powder foundation but wants a more affordable drugstore option. So this may be in fact one to try. So I ran out right after lunch to do a couple of errands, and I thought this would be a good time to do a quick midday update. So I think it's been about 3 hours since I applied. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting more impressed with this as the day goes on. I don't know that I've blotted my face at all. I may have blown my nose once, so if that counts for blotting. But I think I'm most impressed with the color match. I think it's like spot on. So actually, shout out to my daughter on helping me with that. But I think it looks good. And this is, you know, a fraction of the price of Bare Minerals. So I can see I'm going to need to blot. My nose is getting very shiny. But yeah, midday check-in, and not check-up, but a check-in. And I think it actually is holding up pretty well and looks pretty good. And I'm sorry I'm looking into my camera. It's the only thing I have to look. But I'll do one more checkup at the end of the workday. All right, it is the end of the workday. It has been, I don't remember when I put this on. I'm guessing maybe 7 hours or so since I applied. And I am in the front bedroom because this is where there's better light right now. So you can kind of see what it looks like. I've got to say, I've only blotted my face like maybe once, which is pretty good. So I'm pleasantly surprised with this. I think it has held up well. Now, remember, I did use that Covergirl Outlast All Day Primer, and I think that stuff is especially for oily skin. So this has held up well. I've worked today, I ran some errands, and now I'm getting ready to head out and do some more errands and go to the gym. But I think this Neutrogena mineral-based powder foundation is a winner. So if you like the look of this and you have similar skin type, or it may work on other skin types, I'm sure it does, give it a try, because it's probably a more affordable option than some of the others like the Bare Minerals and the L'Oreal. I'm going to keep trying these. There's other varieties I want to try as well. And if there's any others that you want me to try and do this kind of wear test, let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. And please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.